In this short video, I'm going to tell you about the biggest mistake I see students making when they're trying to complete the knowledge quickly. Thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for supporting Wizan. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell for any future videos. That mistake is all about timing. It's very important that you study each knowledge discipline at the correct time. And the mistake people make the most is the timing of when they choose to begin to study point to point. Point to point is the single most important aspect of your study regime, bar none. And in this video, I'm going to cover how and when you should start point to point. Now, your aim when you start the knowledge is really simple. How quickly can I finish it? And people confuse that aspect with how good at it can they be. Can I be the greatest knowledge student that ever lived? Let me try and learn everything. The fact is, the people who are the best at the knowledge are the ones who finished it quickly. The people who know the most are the ones who've been studying the longest. You choose which of those two people you prefer to be, because I know which one I wanted to be. So putting aside being the greatest knowledge student that ever lived, how can you finish the knowledge quickly? Finishing the knowledge quickly involves the very simple principle of studying the core elements in the correct order and at the correct times and not getting distracted. First, learn the 320 runs. Learn 16 a week or more if you can. Call those runs fluently. It is your vocabulary and ability to communicate with the examiner. The better you are at this, the more capacity you free up in your brain to concentrate on calculating routes. Minimum call over standard is 30 runs in 30 minutes. You should not be lower than that. Average call over standard is 40 runs in 30 minutes, calling a book a day. And an excellent standard is 80 runs in 30 minutes, calling a book a day. So let's presume you've now learnt the first 80 runs and you're calling fluently between 40 to 80 runs in half an hour and a book a day, each day and every day. This brings me to the most neglected aspect of what you are learning, and that is, when did you begin and how do you begin to do point to point? Now, for those who don't know, point to point is the practice of trying to answer questions of getting from any location to any other location by calculation and deduction, not as a preset memorized route. So listen carefully to this next section. You begin to experiment with point to point after your first 80 runs. Yes, you're going to say you don't know many roads. That would be true, and you don't know many points. So your experimentation starts by trying to answer the Blue Book runs you've completed so far in reverse. Whenever you wish, you can compare your successful or failed solution against the version written in your books. This is incredibly important that you begin this process now. Don't stop doing your Blue Book runs. Don't change your timetable or schedule for doing your Blue Book runs, but do add experimental point to point to your daily regime. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just enjoy it and laugh at it, but try it. The more Blue Book runs you do, the more roads you add to your repertoire and the more possible questions you can answer. All of this experimentation at this stage is essential for the development of your point to point skills. Those who leave this aspect until they've finished the Blue Book runs will find it just as difficult then as they would have done after completing 80 runs. What you're trying to develop is the thought process and strategy of answering with the available tools you have. Roads being your tools, the more roads you have, the more detail and accuracy you can employ. So add a time slot to your daily regime of around 30 minutes to 1 hour to experiment with point to point. You will enjoy it and you will see and feel your progress each week as you add more roads. Go back over previously attempted questions and you will see that you're beginning to remember solutions rather than having to write them down or call them over regularly like you do your Blue Book runs. Your Blue Book is vocabulary and grammar. Point to point is the real skill you are trying to achieve. As you progress through your Blue Book, you can experiment more with the start and finish locations. Reverse runs is a great place to start, then WizLinks, which is much harder, but don't panic that you can't answer them. Better than WizLinks at the early stages is to use random points. Take any random place that you know to any other random point that you know. Run Manor House Station to Queen's Square. Run Manor House Station to Thornhill Square. Whenever you are practicing point to point as a beginner, your objective is not to take the best route. Your objective is to arrive at your destination with the best possible solution available to you, with the roads that you know. And finally, please understand this. When you begin point to point, no matter what stage you choose to begin studying at, you are going to be extremely rubbish at it. So don't make the mistake of beating yourself up over it. Persevere, keep trying, keep laughing at yourself. You will progress and see more and more success, and you will increase your understanding of shape and roots from the added map work you're doing and the penning on you're doing. Learning reverse runs like Blue Book runs is not necessary. Learning whiz links like Blue Book runs is not necessary. Penning on Blue Book runs is not necessary. But practicing point to point, incrementally increasing the amount of time spent on it as you progress through your Blue Book is going to make the single biggest difference in your skill level. So in a nutshell, begin to practice point to point after 80 runs. Now, if I've missed something here or there's something you didn't understand, please put it in the comments below and I will answer it. Now, good luck.